Good evening, and welcome to Election Night in America 2024. Today, we have the Vice President, Kamala Harris, and her running mate, Senator Cory Booker, going up against Senator Rand Paul and Senator Josh Hawley. Here is our CNN poll map. We think that Kamala Harris will win 391 to 147. It is now 7 p.m. and the polls have closed in these 6 states. Indiana, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. Kentucky, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. Carolina, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. Vermont, we can now project will go to Kamala Harris. Virginia, we can project is too close to call. Georgia is too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is currently in the lead, 28-3. It is now 7:30 p.m. and the polls have closed in these 3 states. Ohio, we can project will go to Rand Paul. West Virginia, we can project will go to Rand Paul. North Carolina is too close to call. Virginia is still too close to call. Georgia is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is currently in the lead, 49-3. It is now 8 p.m. and the polls have closed in many states. We can now project that Maine District 1 will go to Rand Paul. Florida will go to Rand Paul. Alabama will go to Rand Paul. Mississippi will go to Rand Paul. Tennessee will go to Rand Paul. Missouri will go to Rand Paul. Louisiana will go to Rand Paul. Oklahoma will go to Rand Paul. South Dakota will go to Rand Paul. And North Dakota will go to Rand Paul. Maine at large, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Maine District 1 will go to Kamala Harris. Massachusetts will go to Kamala Harris. Rhode Island will go to Kamala Harris. Connecticut will go to Kamala Harris. New Jersey will go to Kamala Harris. Delaware will go to Kamala Harris. Maryland, we can now project will go to Kamala Harris. Illinois will go to Kamala Harris. New Hampshire is too close to call. Pennsylvania is too close to call. Kansas is surprisingly too close to call. Virginia is still too close to call. Georgia is still too close to call. North Carolina is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 137-76. It is now 8:30 p.m. and the polls have closed in only one state. Kansas will go to Rand Paul. Arkansas will go to Rand Paul. Virginia will go to Kamala Harris. Georgia is still too close to call. North Carolina is still too close to call. New Hampshire is still too close to call. Pennsylvania is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 149-89. It is now 9 p.m. and the polls have closed in many states. Georgia, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. This is a flip from 2020. North Carolina, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Nebraska at large, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Nebraska District 1, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Nebraska District 3, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Wyoming will go to Rand Paul. New York, we can now project will go to Kamala Harris. Colorado, we can now project will go to Kamala Harris. New Mexico, we can now project will go to Kamala Harris. Michigan is too close to call. Wisconsin is too close to call. Minnesota is too close to call. Nebraska District 2 is still too close to call. Texas is too close to call. Arizona is too close to call. New Hampshire is still too close to call. Pennsylvania is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 188-132. It is now 10 p.m. and the polls have closed in these 4 states. Nebraska District 2, this is a flip from 2020. We can project will go to Rand Paul. Texas, we can project will go to Rand Paul. New Hampshire, this is also a flip from 2020. We can project will go to Rand Paul. Iowa, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Montana, we can project will go to Rand Paul. And Utah, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Nevada is too close to call. Pennsylvania is still too close to call. Michigan is still too close to call. Wisconsin is still too close to call. Minnesota is still too close to call. Arizona is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 250 to 132. It is now 11 p.m. and the polls have closed in these 4 states. Wisconsin, this is a flip from 2020. We can now project will go to Rand Paul. Arizona, also a flip from 2020. We can now project will go to Rand Paul. Now we can project Rand Paul will be the 47th President of the United States. Josh Hawley will be the 50th Vice President of the United States. Idaho, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. Pennsylvania, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Michigan, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Minnesota, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Washington, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Oregon, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. California, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Nevada is still too close to call. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 276 to 249. It is now 12 p.m. and the polls have closed in only 1 state. Nevada, we can project will go to Rand Paul. Hawaii, we can project will go to Kamala Harris. Here are the current results. Rand Paul is in the lead, 282 to 253. It is 1 a.m. and the polls have closed in this state. Alaska, we can now project will go to Rand Paul. Here are the final results. Rand Paul won this election, 285 to 252. And here is the final popular vote. 100% is in, and Kamala Harris did win the popular vote by 1 point something points. Please subscribe to my channel. If you guys like the CNN election theme, I'll do more of it. But if you want me to do a different theme like Fox News or, I don't know, MSNBC, I could do that. But, I personally like the CNN election theme. I think it's pretty fun. But please subscribe if you haven't already. Please comment in my video that I had the announcement at the end for the Q&A. Please comment your questions in that because I really want to do a Q&A. So yeah, hopefully we can get 50 subscribers as soon as possible. And yeah, bye.